3 days after I buried my husband, my sister stood in front of our entire family and announced that his baby was actually his secret son. Then she demanded half of my $8 million estate. Everyone stared at me, waiting for me to fall apart. I stayed completely calm because I knew one secret about my husband that made her entire story impossible. My name is Amelia. Losing my husband Ethan was already the hardest thing I had ever experienced. Before I even had time to grieve, my parents forced me to attend my nephew Mason's first birthday party. During the celebration, my younger sister Chloe suddenly claimed she had secretly been having an affair with Ethan for years. She pulled out a will and insisted Ethan wanted half of my estate to go to his son. My parents instantly took her side. They accused me of being selfish and demanded I hand over my home for the sake of Ethan's so-called child. I simply smiled, folded the fake document, and walked away. Within days, Chloe turned the lie into a public spectacle. She posted emotional videos online calling me a cruel widow who wanted to leave an innocent child homeless. My parents shared every post. Strangers donated thousands of dollars to her fundraiser. Protesters gathered outside my home and my business. The attacks became worse. Chloe filed the forged will in court, froze my personal bank accounts, and placed a legal claim against my mansion. My own father called to tell me I had no choice but to surrender because I could no longer afford to fight back. Everything changed one rainy night when Chloe's husband Marcus knocked on my door carrying a bag and a broken heart. After hearing Chloe's public confession, he secretly recovered deleted messages from her cloud account before leaving their house. Those messages revealed the truth. Chloe had planned everything just days after Ethan died. She openly admitted forging the will because a dead man could never deny being the father. She laughed with her friends about using my grief to steal my fortune. Marcus also admitted he no longer believed Mason was his biological son. Before leaving home, he quietly collected a DNA sample and rushed it to a private laboratory. That was when I finally shared the secret Ethan and I had protected for years. Long before we married, doctors confirmed Ethan had become permanently sterile after serious medical complications as a teenager. Official medical records proved he could never father children. Chloe's entire inheritance claim was based on something that was medically impossible. Instead of exposing her immediately, Marcus and I stayed silent. We let Chloe become even more confident while my parents kept threatening me. During one meeting in my office, my father openly admitted he would destroy my business unless I signed over my estate. What he did not know was that I secretly recorded every word. I captured undeniable evidence of criminal extortion. At the same time, my legal team examined Chloe's fake will. Within minutes, they discovered Ethan's signature had been digitally copied from an old Christmas card he signed years earlier. The entire document was a sloppy forgery. Even better, they uncovered another mistake. My mansion was legally owned by my company, not by Ethan or me personally. Chloe's entire lawsuit was worthless from the beginning. Then Marcus received the DNA results. Mason was not his son. Even more shocking, the laboratory identified the real biological father. It was Richard, my father's wealthy best friend, a respected businessman who had been secretly having an affair with Chloe. When Richard refused to leave his wife, Chloe abandoned that plan and targeted my dead husband instead. She believed a dead man could never defend himself. Now we had everything. Medical records proving Ethan could never father a child. Forensic evidence exposing the forged will. Audio recordings of my parents committing extortion. DNA results revealing Mason's real father. Instead of quietly ending the case, I invited everyone to my mansion. I pretended I had finally accepted defeat and was ready to sign the property over. My parents arrived smiling. Chloe proudly placed the fake legal papers on my table, convinced she had already won. Instead of reaching for a pen, I turned on the giant television. Ethan's medical records filled the screen. Permanent sterility. Clear. Undeniable. Chloe's face instantly turned pale. Before anyone could speak, my lawyer presented the forensic report proving the will had been forged using Ethan's stolen signature. Then Marcus revealed the DNA report identifying Richard as Mason's biological father. The room exploded into chaos. Richard's wife burst into tears. My parents stood frozen in complete shock. Chloe could not explain a single lie. Moments later, investigators arrived with every piece of evidence we had collected. Chloe faced charges for forgery, fraud, perjury, and attempted theft. My parents became part of the investigation for extortion and conspiracy. Richard's reputation collapsed. His marriage ended. Every fraudulent donation Chloe collected was ordered returned. My business quickly recovered. My accounts were restored. Every legal claim against my estate was dismissed. My family believed they could manipulate a grieving widow into surrendering everything she owned. Instead, their own greed exposed every secret they had spent years trying to hide. I lost the love of my life, but I refused to lose my dignity. In the end, I did not destroy them. The truth did. Sometimes the strongest revenge is simply giving lies enough time to collapse under the weight of the truth.